How's it going, everyone? If you are looking for a solo farmer, look no further. Kora. Kora is my favorite solo farmer. I made a video about her before, but with the recent mods that were introduced, recent Archon changes, all the different stuff, I thought I'd revamp it. Because I found this build, was working on it, critiqued it a little bit, and I absolutely love it. Have been having a fantastic time. As you saw before, it is very, very powerful. You get more loot drops. Everything about it is just good. It is a Nourish build. So if you don't have access to the Helminth, you won't be able to completely replicate this build. But I would recommend putting Nourish on just for the energy multiplier as well as the damage increase. So we have 4 Crimson Archon Shards as well as the 1 Violet. The 1 Violet, as you see, is for the extra melee crit damage when your energy is over 500, which we have a 528 energy pool. With that being said, we do run 115% power strength. You don't necessarily need it because we are running Accumulating Whip Claw, but we want 115% for Nourish. We want to stay above 100%. If you would like to run Endgame, you will replace these 2 Ability Strength Archon Shards with the green Corrosive Stack Archon Shard. But let's hop into this build. Like I said, this is a pretty lazy build. It's nothing too fancy. It's only 2 Forma. I do have Umbral mods just to get this strength up because we are using Overextended. But I have 190 range. That is perfect for Annie on the Void. Perfect for Zabala on Ares. It's good for a lot of maps. I do room camp with this, but 190 is the perfect range that I've found. Equilibrium is another quality of life mod, as well as Enemy Sense. If you don't want to use them, you do not have to. Arcane Guardian and Arcane Blessing is just for a little bit of survivability, because I do run this multi-hour relic survivals. We don't do shield gating on this build, so that's what these arcanes are for. Now, let's go into primary and secondary. We will just group these. I'll just quickly show you the build. Other than that, we won't be really getting into secondaries and primaries on this just because you don't really use it too much. But I'll show you the builds nonetheless. This is just for certain missions. I swap them out. That's why I said primary and secondary really doesn't matter too much. I use the Broken War for the melee. Again, any high Riven disposition weapon is okay. I also have a pretty good build for the Ether Sword right here. This is the build. Good, decent crit chance Riven, but nothing fancy on this build. We're going to be focusing on the Broken War. Broken War is my main Kora weapon. I use it for pretty much everything. This is the build. I do use melee exposure to get that additional corrosive damage. And then I do have a pretty good crit chance and crit damage Riven for this, getting us 190 crit chance with a 9.1 times multiplier. It'll turn up to a 10.8 after the Archon Shards. Other than that, that's the melee. There's not really too much to go about this. You can use other melees, but this Kora build is just fantastic. I do use Vazarin. That's just to for more survivability, as well as the Vortex. I do use this to group up to get my initial combo. So there is little tricks that you'll learn, but this is the basis to performing multiple hour survivals if you've never done it. Venari, I don't use her. That's the build. It's just thrown together. Again, this is not a Sentinel build or anything. Like I said, this cat, it's just a Semitic Kavat. It's the Sentinels don't, the companions don't matter. The primary secondary really doesn't matter. Kora is just fantastic. As you can see in the upcoming clips in that, Kora just does it all. I will warn you, it is sometimes finicky when you are playing with other players because the spawns. I'll go over in another video a spawn guide for survivals, but as long as you stick together, Kora will outperform most any other frame in farming. Enjoy it, guys.
this life will carry on. I stay until you leave me drowning. I've stayed a couple demons in my veins. Don't know I can't be swayed. Oh no. Beautiful lies, dragging me under the table. Hell in her eyes, she wants to put me in a hole. Beautiful liar, holding me, I'm a neighbor. Feeding me dry, she wants to devour my soul.
Fuck.
Till the morning, then I carry on and live my hollow life. Did you really take my soul? Came and then you left a hole. Shot me in the late night, bleeding out in plain sight, living with the heart you stole. You got your desires, always starting fires. Losing sleep, I'm in too deep, I'm hiding Michael Myers. Building an empire, you were rising higher. Standing tall, but you will fall, cause we all hear the choir. Beautiful love, dragging me under the table. Hell in her eyes, she wants to put me in a hole. Beautiful liar, holding me, I'm a neighbor. Bleeding me dry, she wants to devour my soul. In the back, now I'm bleeding slowly. Pray to God I'm holy, bury me still intact. Baby, don't make a noise. Motoring brings you joy. I've been waiting for you, ready to destroy you. Sitting on the cold core. You got your desires, always starting fires. Losing sleep, I'm in too deep. I'm hiding Michael Myers. Building an empire, you were rising higher. Standing tall, but you will fall, cause we all hear the choir. Beautiful love, dragging me under the table. Hell in her eyes, she wants to put me in a hole. Beautiful liar, holding me, I'm a neighbor. Bleeding me dry, she wants to devour my soul.
Fuck.
This life will carry on. I stay until you leave me drowning. I've slayed a couple demons in my veins. Don't know I can't be swayed. Oh no. Beautiful love, dragging me under the table. Hell in her